Hi everyone, so I'm just bringing you this video just as it's a little bit easier to get the information across rather than waiting for me to type it up or waiting for you to ask the questions. So it's Thursday late morning and we're out on a team hack. Now you may not recognise the ears in front of me. For all you CnG fans that kind of know everybody, you'll probably be a bit baffled because I've not announced her. Oh, we're a bit footsore here. But this is Crunchie. Now we owned Crunchie a few weeks ago and sold her to a lady who did actually part with her horse and regretted it. Didn't realise how attached she was, and unfortunately that made her struggle to bond with Crunchie. Not just Crunchie, I think it would have been any horse. Crunchie didn't do anything for you not to bond with her. In fact, she's actually really sweet. So since she's been gone, she's not been ridden. So she wasn't ridden at all. So that isn't a judgmental thing in any way, shape or form. It's just a fact, and it's just really a tick in Crunchie's box, because this is her not being ridden for weeks, and I've just got on. I've been on probably about 10 minutes now, and look, I mean, you would have thought that she'd been ridden yesterday, the day before. She's no different at all. So we are on the cobble. She's a little bit footsore, so she will be having some front shoes on, I think. So Crunchie is a good sized cob. She's a good 14'2", and a real chunky type. So she's not heavy leg, she's not feathered. She's but she's quite full bodied. So she takes up your leg and a slightly taller rider quite easily. She's 8 years old, and I've got all of her history. When I had her, she was from a girl who's had her whole life since she was a foal. So she's never been passed around, this horse hasn't. Never ever been passed around. She has always had one home, and she's never been up for sale. She is one of the sweetest little cobs. She is one of those horses that you don't even know you've got. I would have her every day of the week if I could. She hacks out on her own, obviously, as you can see, in company. She's good in the traffic, she's not spooky. We've got her in a snaffle. She's excellent in the open spaces. She walk trot canters on a circle quite happily, pops a little jump. Good to load, good to travel, lovely to handle, good with the kids. She's always been in a family, so she's had lots of kids around her, grooming her, everything. Oh, let me just get on that. Like I say, we're a little bit footsore and it's very rocky underfoot. Let's get around the grass a little bit. So absolutely no reflection on this horse whatsoever that she's here. None whatsoever. I cannot recommend her enough. Those of you that want a really nice, easy going, safe, straightforward, easy to do little cob, she's perfect. Absolutely perfect, lovely. She's a nice liver chestnut as well. I will post some photos so you can see her. We've got Tinks up in front with Nick on. You should all know Tinks, she's part of the furniture. Actually, Tinks has not been... When was Tinks last ridden?
I can't even remember.
One day last week, wasn't it? Yeah, it will be at least a week since she's been ridden, isn't it? So yeah, Tinks hasn't been ridden for a week and she's been in. But that's Tinks for you. She's absolutely golden, that pony is. Good as gold. And then you've got Kyle there up in front on Yogi. So there's a few of you that wanted to see Yogi actually with a taller rider, so it's quite interesting to see. Kyle is a good 6'1", possibly a little bit taller. And how heavy are you, Kyle? He says 13 stone, but he has taken a stone off that, yeah. So Yogi is obviously carrying Kyle no problem whatsoever. He's a great cob. I know you can't really see him there, we can just see Tinks, but you can see him up in front. He's a really good cob. He's another one. He loves to work, this horse. And it would be a shame for him. He is only 10 years old, and it'd be a shame for him to go somewhere he wants to just poodle around once a week and not do a lot. He actually loves doing something, loves attention. There isn't, you could stroke him, fuss him, groom him, mess about with him all day long. He loves it. He's lovely to deal with the other horses. You know, he's quite friendly with the mares and the geldings. He hacks out on his own. Nick took him out on her own. As you can see, he's in front, thinks he's the man up in front with Kyle. Snaffle mouth, good as gold in traffic, in fact faultless in traffic. We have done a main road video of him that I will post, absolutely faultless. He's nice and forward, but he's not sharp. He's not, like, as you can see, Kyle's not even got his hand on his rein, so it's very easy like that. He's good in through the water. We've been through the water. He'll do some little jumps. He works walk, trot, canter in the school. So anybody that wants a nice cob that, you know, you can pull out and probably do, if you decide you want to do a little clinic one day, you can do it. If you decide you want to go on a fun ride, if you want to go up the front, you can. If you want to stay at the back, you can. If you want to do a fun ride with some little jumps, he will do that sort of stuff. And actually, his real forte, he's a real show off it if you trot him up in hand. He has previously done quite a bit of showing in hand, and you can really tell when we did his trot up for his video, he really strutted his stuff, didn't he, Nick? Yeah, loved it, absolutely loved it, and he moved beautifully. You're not really seeing the best of him because unfortunately time of year when you've got a horse with feathers, it's not going to look the best, but you imagine him all groomed up. He's absolutely beautiful. Kyle's obviously got his best riding pose. Okay, so we've just turned round now. We're all going to have a canter. We've got Tinks up in front. Bearing in mind, this is Crunchie's first ride in weeks, and this is going to be our first canter. And we can get a canter. Oh, we've got a short straw, we're in the muck here. Come on, Crunch. There we go. Straight and canter. We've got Tinks up in front. And canter. Good girl. Very obedient, Crunchie is. And I'm one-handed, guys. No hands, Kyle. No hands. There you go. You got Tinks loving it life up in front. We've given up. Tinks is the winner. Okay, so just finishing this video off now. Tinks needs no introduction. You all know about Tinks. 13-2, 8 years old, coming 9. Absolutely blimmin' cracking pony. We've had everybody on, novices, children, experience. We've took her out cross country. She's been out, she's been borrowed by children over the summer. She's been on clinics. She's been used to go for some jumping lessons. She's been cantering across a 100-acre stubble field with a child that's lost her confidence. You name it, we've done it with that pony. The fact that she's not been snapped up is a crime. Probably a little bit our fault as well, really, because we do struggle with doing viewings and things every weekend, and obviously children want to view on a weekend, so possibly a little bit of our fault. But anybody that hasn't bought that pony is seriously missing out, so that's her. Then you've got Yogi, who is a good 14-3. As you see, you've got Kyle on him, who, you know, you're not going to buy him if you're 6 foot something, but as you can see, he takes a taller rider. He's 10 years old, cracking cob, very, very easy to do, to ride, not difficult in any way. He does just need reminding of his manners on the ground, guys, but that's just because he thinks he's the size of a puppy, I think. So that's all. And you've got Crunchie, who is a darling, absolute darling, as honest and straightforward as you'll find them. She has not got a naughty, nasty, cheeky bone in her body. All she wants to do is pleased. And she's so easy to ride, and she's actually really comfortable. I've just ridden Sandy, who's my beloved horse, and then I've got on Crunchie, and I think I'm having a more comfortable and easier ride on Crunchie by far. So Crunchie is priced at 2,500, no offers. Tinks is priced at 2,000, possibly take an offer, but I just want the right home, nice home for her. And Yogi is priced at 2,800. Okay, if you're interested, drop me a message.